Howdy, pards. Welcome back to my channel. I figured that after I did my intro and then the last one, or last two, because I didn't know that you couldn't post anything beyond 15 minutes as a personal video onto YouTube, I had to split it into two. So, hope you kept up with me. I didn't recut it. I could have, but I didn't want to go through the time. So, anyhow, I figured this episode we would take into poetry. And Tatchby Living magazine published me 2 times, and they did 2 of my poems. And I think I shared that on the last video, but in case you're just, it's Tatchby Living magazine, I think .com, but if you type in Tatchby Living magazine, it'll come up. And you can see all the different months on there and view the magazine. Or you can call them, and there's contact information, and they'll just mail it to you every month. Tatchby is a wonderful community. But anyhow, to give you a story back, I figured that I had never done a what you would call a book reading. And I decided that I was going to do a book reading for you this afternoon. And this is one that has not been published yet. My daughters do have copies of it. But it's called The Calling of the Cowboy. And this is, I call it poetry, it's prose. It does rhyme sometimes, but it's just a good story. And to give you the story behind it, back in 2001 or 2002, we'd gone up to Lone Pine, California, which is the gateway to Mount Whitney, and also the Alabama Hills, where Gunga Din and Lord knows how many other movies were filmed up there. And anyhow, I want to read this for you. The call, don't mind if I don't look at you. I'm looking at another screen because it's big enough where I can see it and I don't have to have my glasses on. The calling of the cowboy ain't like no parson's proclamation, but important just the same. The whisper of the wind, rushing water round the bend, following fresh tracks of a loner, wherever they may lead. That calling wasn't some voice that talked him into it some night. It's just the simple need of a touch of nature, the freedom of the trail, an evening filled with speckled light. This calling ain't for everyone. It takes a special breed to drive the trail alone from dusk till dawn, bucking 200 head, miles and miles from home. There's another word that needs explaining. Because what most folks think home is, ain't what home is to a cowboy. Home is where he took that job just before he set out last. It's somewhere he'll return to get his pay, a warm water bath and a shave, and them possessions he don't take with him on the ride. It's where he left that little frame picture of his mama, some letters from his sis, who hangs her head back there in one of them towns that begin with new, like New York or Hampshire, or hell, it don't much matter nohow, because any place more than a month's ride, he'll never see nohow. Home. His home is like that. He'll come dragging in, get paid his due, pick up them belongings, and wish his boss adieu. Till next season. Then he'll mosey on to the next job, or home. A big spread about 4 days ride off toward evening. The calling of the cowboy. There ain't no glory in it. It's just a longing to be a part of something for a while and apart from it about as much. Now and again a lady's touch. Stiff drink and a shave, but one night'll do him. He'll be set right till his next payday comes. He'll saddle up, tie on his tack, get one more hug and kiss from his little darling, and off he'll ride. Watch him as he goes. Tip your hat when he goes by. And with a howdy, pard, he'll be gone till returning suits him. It's his calling. It's the cowboy way.